Hi students, welcome to our online biology classroom. Let's start our new chapter, Breathing for Energy, which means while breathing we are getting energy, and this energy we are getting through oxygen and nutrients. So students, do you know how this oxygen reaches the cell? Yes, this oxygen reaches the lungs through the respiratory system. Let's learn about different parts of the respiratory system. First one is the nostril or nose. It's an opening through which air passes in and out of the body. Second one, nasal cavity. The cavity which connects the nostrils with the pharynx. Next is the trachea, or it is also called windpipe. The trachea is a long tube strengthened by C-shaped cartilaginous ring. The cartilaginous rings helps trachea to remain open always. Bronchus, branches of trachea which enters the lungs, supported by cartilaginous bronchial rings. Next is the bronchiole. The bronchiole is the terminal branches of bronchi that open to the alveoli. The peculiarity of bronchiole is there is no cartilaginous rings in the bronchioles. Next one is the alveoli. The alveoli is a delicate air sacs, elastic in nature, seen at the tip of the bronchioles. These air sacs are surrounded by a large number of capillaries. The exchange of gases take place here. Next is the pleura. The pleura is a double-layered protective membrane of the lungs. In between the membranous layer, there is a pleural fluid. The function is it prevents the friction between the lungs and the walls of the thoracic cavity. Last one is the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a muscular wall that separates the thoracic and abdominal cavities. Students, try to complete the pathway of air. Let's have a look what is breathing. Breathing is a process in which air is taken in and expelled out. The basis of respiratory movement is the expansion and contraction of the thoracic cavity. This repeats rhythmically. When the size of the thoracic cavity increases, the air enters the lungs. This is called inspiration. Due to the contraction of the thoracic cavity, the air is expelled from the lungs. This is called expiration. In between the ribs, there is a specialized intercostal muscles. The combined working of the intercostal muscles and the diaphragm helps in increasing and decreasing the volume of the thoracic cavity. Diaphragm. Diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscular layer between the thoracic cavity and the abdominal cavity. Let's have a look what are the changes take place during inspiration and expiration. During inspiration, the ribs raise due to the contraction of intercostal muscles. Diaphragm contract. The volume of the thoracic cavity increases. The pressure in the thoracic cavity becomes lower than that of the atmospheric pressure. As a result, air enters in. During expiration, the ribs lower due to the relaxation of intercostal muscles. Diaphragm relaxes. The volume of the thoracic cavity decreases. The pressure in the thoracic cavity becomes greater than that of the atmospheric pressure. As a result, the air is expelled out. Students, write this in your notebook: expiration and inspiration, and try to do this activity also. Only this much for today. Thank you.